Good day to you all. My name is Savio Olani, and you'll be learning from me this afternoon the golden software from You'll be learning from me the golden software used for digital terrain modeling, and the name of the software you'll be learning today is Software 8, and it is software used for surface terrain modeling. And this is software for Windows, and the software is majorly used to depict the terrain configuration. And in this software you learn how to plot your contour using the software. So from it, when you launch the software, you click on File, New, then you pick on a new plot document, you say OK. So from this now, you can import your data. You go to Grid, from Grid, and you look at the file, the folder where you have the data saved in, then you bring in the data. After bringing data, then you can now, and it opens for you another dialog box. So for a dialog box, in your data arrangement, you have determined which of the column of the data represent your east and your X data, the Y data, and the Z data. So having done that, so you come to the next tab in the dialog box where you have the gridding method. There are different types of method of gridding for the surface interpolation, but the best method and the most popular and most adoptable method is the Kriging method. So here also you see the output file. They leave every other information in this dialog box as a default. Then you click on OK. So from that you see a report being generated. That is the report about the grid. So from there, remember, you have to save the report or not. If you need the report, you save it. So after this, then you come to Map. So after Map, on the map you click on Contour Map. So from Map menu is where you generate different type of maps. You have the contour map, the base map, the post map, the image map, shader relief map, vector map, wireframe, and surface map. So from this now, what we need to do is to generate a contour map. I click on New Contour. Then from here now, you're now going to click on the grid that has been generated from the feed data, which is sample 3. Then you click on it, then you have the contour. So from here, you can now carry out the editing of the contour, the changing the color, the contour interpolation, and whatever editing that needs to be done to the contour. So now from this, by the time you double click on the contour line, then you see the dialog box coming up. For a dialog box, there are different tabs: the general, the level, the view, the scale, the limit, and the background of the contour. So let's start from the general. That's what we can do from the general. So here we can apply smoothing to the contour. You can apply smoothing, you see it changing. So if the smooth is low, medium, or high. So depending on the application at hand, so you don't have to smoothen the contour so that it's going to depict how the terrain really looks like. Then if you want the contour to be filled, then you click on Fill Contour. Then you have it, it's going to be shaded from the lowest area with and the darker part is going to be the lowest area, and the lighter part being the highest area. So from here now, you still have to, you can change the color of the contour. Then you look at the contour line properties. So from the contour line properties, you can change the color. So you can change the color to the conventional color of contour, which is brown. So you change the conventional color to brown, and that is this. Then you click on brown color and you click on apply. So any any of the, so okay, this is the color scale. Then the next we move on to the level. So here, this is where you determine the contour interval. So you can see from here now what we're having is we have the level. So this is where the contour interval comes into play. You double click on the level, then you see the minimum contour being 0, the maximum 5200, then the interval is 200. So you have to change the interval to your desired interval depending on the project specification. Then you say apply. So when you apply, so here also you come to line, and here you change the line color to the conventional contour line color, which is color brown. So it's from the color palette, you look for color brown, so and you click OK, then you click on apply. So it's going to give the color a color brown. Then if you want your contour to be filled, well, this time we filled the contour before, then the labeling of the contour as well can be changed. So from here you click on label, then you see the label spacing. Then if you see the level, that is, if you want the first contour to be labeled, then set to 1, then you skip 4, which means that it's to be labeling the contour every 5 contour. Then you come to format. Here you can give contour must have a unit, then you give the unit a meters. If you're under the suffix, then you click on OK. Then if you want to change the font size, you click on font. Let's change the font size to Times New Roman. Times New Roman. Let's change it to Times New Roman. So from here you can apply, you can change you can give it italics if you like. Then you can as well as change the color of the texts as well. So all these are what you can apply to the contour. Then you change the text. Then everything you do before leaving the dialog box, you have to click on apply for it to take effect. Then also you come to labeling, so you can reduce the skipping to 2 2. So you have it to be 1 3 5 7 like that. Then also you have arching if you're interested in arching the contour. So you do it this way, then you say OK. So with this you're through with the contour. Then let's remove the fill colors so that we can see the color clearly. So now this is the contour line. Then there are so many ways of depicting the terrain, not only by contour line, but we can also depict the terrain by using the wireframe. And let's see how we're going to do that. Still on the map, you come to map, then you come to wireframe, and still come and click on the grid that has been created before. Then you click on the grid, then you see it, you can pull, try to separate it, you try to separate them one from each other. So this is the wireframe. We see the wireframe on the screen. So the wireframe also, editing can be done on the wireframe, like to close up to show the lower surface. So you have to do all this. Then the Z level and the color, the view angle from which you view the wireframe from. Then not only the wireframe as well, you can as well do surface. Click on surface map. So it's as easy as ABC. So what you need to do is to click on the, after generating the grid, then click on the relevant information, the relevant menu. So that's going to give you what you need. So another valuable operation that can be done is by overlaying, trying to overlay the contour on the terrain and see how it looks like. So now I'm going to overlay the surface and the contour together. What I need to do is to click on the surface, map, hold the shift key, then click on and that is the marquee select, to select the two of them together. Then I come to map, and I click on overlay map. So you see the contour coming on the terrain. So with this now you can see that those areas where you have the contour line clumsy from what we have before. Those are the ED areas in the terrain. And where you have the contour line widely spaced, you can see is somehow relatively flat in the terrain. So all this gives you a maximum information on how the terrain looks like. So if you're not interested any longer in the overlay, you click on the overlay map, the new map that has been generated. You come to map, say break apart, so each of them come back to their formal position. So with this now, you can see the power of the software we're talking about. That's a software 8. Then also one of the operation that can be performed with the software is what is known as we have another map that can be generated from this, and that is a vector map. So the vector map, what it does is that it shows the arrow, the direction of the flow of water, the slope, how it looks like. So with this, you can see the vector map. So also we can overlay the vector map on the surface, and let's see how, for example, how the water is going to flow on that terrain. So let's see. I click on this, then hold the shift key so that I select the two maps together. Then you come to map and click on overlay. So with this, you can see that from the ED area, the water flows down, and you can see every water in that area is flowing towards the lowland. Then we can see those areas where we have a little valleys. You can see the water coming down. So from this, you may know some areas that can definitely be good for dam construction in that project site. So that's one of the. So having done this, now you can still click on the map and break it apart, so that we can still do some other things on it. So now the next is we still have some other map, like we've done surface map, then also the shaded relief. So in order to generate any map, so it will be still be referring to the grid that has been created before. So when you click on any map to be created, it's going to bring up the dialog box sample. So from the sample you can generate. So you can see this is called the shaded relief. Shaded relief. So it's more or less like the surface, but they are not the same thing. They are not the same thing. So another map that can be generated with this is also the image map. The image map. So what can you do with the image map? So you see it's like a three-dimensional image of that area, the continuous flow of area. So also we can have the post map. What does the post map do? So from the post map, you can generate something like your spot height, the spot height of that area, the spot height map of the area. So with this, you can decide to label the spot height and see how it looks like, and you know what exactly is happening in the area, so you will know. So each of the map, they're on each other. So this now is a label, so you can decide to label that with then you can, the symbology can also be changed. So from general, so you can change the symbol to a point, and you may decide to change the color to color brown. So from the color ramp, we look for brown color, but this brown, no, the brown color. So when you select the brown color, then also you apply and see if the sign, the symbol is not too big. If the symbol is too big, you can decide to change the size of that symbol. Also, here you come to label. So which of the field are you going to use for the labeling? So we're going to use Z1 for the labeling. Then the label position, the position of the label, is it above, beneath, on? So we have to determine. Then you also have user define. Then we have, let's choose above the point, so that we have it on it like that. Then another thing that can be done here is also the view angle. So let's see what we have done by applying the correction to the applying the whatever effect, the editing that has just been made. So this is like a spot height map of the area. So all this map can be overlaid together to see the relative, like the post map now with the surface map. Let me match the two together and see the kind of result we're gonna have. Oh, super! Though you may not be able to see them clearly on the data clearly on the overlay, but let's break it apart and try to change the text style and see what is gonna happen. So if you can still view it on the terrain, so this is gonna be alright. So we come to font and trying to improve on the text. Then look for a thin text that will not be too big and it's going to be significant. So let's try TXT. There's a text name TXT. So some kind of simple text like this. Kind of simple text like this. So go back to overlay, click on the two maps together, then you overlay the maps together. So we can still look at them and see the values of this spot height on the terrain. So we'll see those areas that are flat and see their values, and those areas that are hilly, you see their values. So from this you can do a lot of things. So depends on whatever application you are handling. So with this, when you're through with whatever you're doing, decide to save your map and come to edit. So with this, say thank you. So make sure you do your